The words we speak carry immense creative power, far beyond their surface meaning. Florence Scovel Shinn often emphasized that every utterance is a command issued to the universal law, and this principle is as true for prosperity as it is for health, relationships, and personal happiness. When you speak with intention, clarity, and faith, you are not merely expressing a desire, you are setting a force into motion. Each word functions as a wand, shaping circumstances, attracting opportunities, and aligning your life with the abundance that is your natural inheritance. It is crucial to understand that this power works whether you are aware of it or not. Careless or negative words can manifest as easily as deliberate affirmations. Therefore, conscious speech is essential. To harness this force effectively, your words must be precise, positive, and rooted in a deep sense of belief. Saying, "I am lacking," or "I cannot," establishes a pattern of limitation, while affirmations such as "I am now receiving" great sums of money create a magnetic field for prosperity. The spoken word acts as a bridge between your inner consciousness and the universal intelligence, translating thought into reality. This connection is instantaneous. The moment the words are spoken with conviction, the invisible currents of life begin to respond. The key lies in aligning emotion with intention. Words spoken mechanically or without feeling carry far less weight than those imbued with the certainty of success and the joy of already receiving. Imagination, too, plays a vital role. When you articulate your desires aloud, visualize their fulfillment with vivid detail. See the money arriving, feel the relief and happiness it brings, and hear the words echo in your mind as truth. The combination of spoken word, belief, and imaginative visualization creates a powerful triad that the universe recognizes as a command. Silence and hesitation weaken this force, for uncertainty sends mixed signals to the universal law. Repetition reinforces it. When you affirm your intentions consistently, you deepen your connection to the source of all supply. You are effectively telling the universe, "This is my reality now," and the law of manifestation responds accordingly. This principle extends to every area of life, health, relationships, career, and personal growth. Mastery of the spoken word transforms you from a passive observer into an active co-creator of your existence. The words you choose shape not only the outer circumstances, but also your inner consciousness, gradually training your mind to expect and accept abundance as natural. By understanding the profound influence of your speech, you take responsibility for creating a life of success and prosperity. Every declaration is a seed planted in the fertile soil of the subconscious mind, which responds faithfully to the instructions you provide. In this way, the spoken word becomes a bridge between thought, belief, and tangible results, a channel through which your desires are brought into physical manifestation, a demonstration of the infinite intelligence working through simple, conscious language. Faith is the invisible force that activates the power of your words, and without it, even the most perfectly spoken command can fail to manifest. Florence Scovel Shinn often emphasized that faith is not passive belief, it is an active, unwavering certainty that what you declare is already accomplished. When you speak a command for abundance, it is essential to hold it in your consciousness with complete trust, free from doubt, hesitation, or second-guessing. Doubt is like a crack in a dam, allowing the flow of divine abundance to escape and weakening the magnetic pull of your affirmation. Fear, worry, or uncertainty sends conflicting messages to the universal law, and the results may be delayed, diminished, or entirely absent. Faith, on the other hand, aligns your inner consciousness with the invisible currents of prosperity. It creates a clear, unbroken pathway for your spoken word to be received and acted upon by the infinite intelligence that governs all life. The practice of faith requires constant vigilance over your thoughts and emotions. It is not enough to speak the words once. You must hold the vision, feel the reality, and return to the affirmation whenever your mind drifts toward disbelief. Repetition of the command, combined with sustained trust, reinforces the alignment between your outer declaration and your inner conviction. Faith also demands that you release attachment to the how and when of the manifestation. The universal law knows the best way to deliver abundance to you, and interference through doubt or anxious planning can obstruct the flow. Instead, focus on the certainty that your words are effective, that the law is responding, and that the manifestation is inevitable. Visualization enhances faith by allowing you to experience the reality of your desire before it appears in the material world. See the money arriving, imagine the relief and joy it brings, and feel gratitude as though it has already occurred. This emotional engagement strengthens your faith and amplifies the magnetic effect of your words. The consistent practice of faith transforms your consciousness from one of lack into one of expectation and abundance. Over time, it builds an inner knowing that the spoken word is a direct line to the infinite intelligence and that trust is the key that unlocks the doors of possibility. Those who master faith do not wrestle with worry or compare themselves to circumstances. They understand that divine supply is unlimited and always available. The combination of spoken command, unwavering belief, and emotional certainty creates a powerful resonance that the universe cannot ignore. Faith turns potential into actual, invisible thought into tangible results, and expectation into fulfillment. By cultivating this steadfast trust, you establish a foundation of spiritual authority, allowing the law of abundance to operate effortlessly in your life. Faith is therefore not merely a tool, it is the very engine of manifestation, transforming mere words into living, effective commands, and aligning your consciousness perfectly with the infinite flow of prosperity that is your natural inheritance. When seeking abundance, it is vital to understand that the universe responds not to the specifics of your request, but to the spirit and intention behind it. Florence Scovel Shinn repeatedly taught that focusing too rigidly on form or method can actually limit the flow of divine supply. The power of manifestation lies in alignment, not in the minute details of how something should arrive. When you speak a command for money or any other blessing, do not insist on a particular mode, amount, or timing. The infinite intelligence operates beyond human understanding, and its wisdom surpasses our limited perspective. By releasing attachment to the form, you open yourself to solutions and opportunities that may be far more advantageous than those you could conceive. Many people block their own prosperity by insisting that it must come in a certain way, through a specific job, a particular person, or a known transaction. This insistence narrows the channels and restricts the creative flow. In contrast, when your words are directed at the essence of your desire, security, abundance, freedom, or joy, the universe can respond creatively, delivering your need in unexpected and delightful ways. Trust is essential in this process. By maintaining faith in the power of your spoken command and letting go of form, you allow the law of abundance to work unhindered. The law responds to energy, clarity, and belief, not to exact specifications. This principle also applies to your mental and emotional state. If you dwell on limitations, visualize lack, or worry about the mechanics of receiving, you are unintentionally binding the channels and producing resistance. Instead, focus on the essence of what you want. Feel the satisfaction, imagine the joy, and speak the command with assurance. The universe then provides the material expression in a way that is perfectly suited to your highest good. It may come as a gift, an opportunity, a sudden insight, or through a sequence of events that seem unrelated but are orchestrated with divine intelligence. Understanding that form is secondary allows you to remain flexible and receptive, avoiding frustration when the manifestation does not appear exactly as you envisioned. This detachment does not weaken the command. Rather, it strengthens it by emphasizing trust, faith, and expectation over control and resistance. Your role is to affirm, believe, and act in harmony with inspiration, leaving the arrangement of details to the infinite intelligence. By consistently applying this principle, you train your mind to think in terms of energy and essence, rather than limited structures, expanding your ability to receive abundance in its many forms. Your words and intentions thus become a magnetic force, attracting the right circumstances, people, and resources to fulfill your desire. This approach nurtures a sense of ease, confidence, and joy, knowing that what you need will arrive perfectly, even if it is not in the exact form you anticipated. The lesson is clear. Focus on the spirit of your request, release attachment to form, and let the universal law manifest your desire with precision, intelligence, and generosity, delivering exactly what is best for you in ways you may not have imagined. Gratitude is one of the most powerful and overlooked principles in the law of manifestation. Florence Scovel Shinn emphasized that the act of giving thanks is not merely a polite gesture, but a spiritual key that opens the channels of abundance. When you express sincere gratitude, you signal to the universal law that you recognize and welcome the blessings already present in your life, no matter how small. This acknowledgement creates a vibrational harmony with prosperity, making it easier for the universe to deliver even greater blessings. Gratitude shifts your focus from lack to plenty, from fear to trust, and from limitation to infinite possibilities. It is a form of faith in action, demonstrating that you believe the supply is constant and available to you at all times. By consciously appreciating what you have now, you prepare the ground for more to flow in. Many people make the mistake of thinking that abundance can only come after achieving a certain goal or receiving a particular sum of money. Shinn taught that the law works in reverse. When you are thankful in advance, you create the mental and emotional environment for the blessing to manifest. It is not merely the act of saying thank you, but feeling it fully that matters. Feel the relief, the joy, and the satisfaction as though your desires have already arrived. This emotional engagement magnifies the magnetic effect of your words, aligning you with the currents of prosperity. Gratitude also serves as a protective shield against fear and doubt, which can block manifestation. When your mind dwells on what is missing, the law receives a contradictory signal and cannot act effectively. By returning continually to a state of appreciation, you maintain a clear and open channel, allowing the universal intelligence to work without interference. The practice of gratitude is both simple and profound. Begin each day by acknowledging the blessings in your life, your health, relationships, opportunities, and resources. When speaking your commands for abundance, pair them with expressions of thanks, as if the manifestation has already occurred. Repeat this habit morning and night, allowing it to become a natural part of your consciousness. Over time, this practice trains your mind to perceive abundance in all forms and cultivates a deep sense of trust in the divine flow. Gratitude is not passive, it is an active force that amplifies faith, strengthens belief, and draws blessings into tangible reality. It transforms the spoken word from a mere request into a powerful magnet for prosperity. By holding a continual attitude of thankfulness, you align yourself with the natural rhythm of the universe, opening doors to opportunities, insights, and resources that might otherwise remain hidden. Every expression of gratitude is a signal that you are ready to receive, a vibration that attracts the energy of abundance. The more you give thanks, the more your life becomes a reflection of infinite good, demonstrating that the universe responds generously to a heart that is truly appreciative, and that the law of supply is always eager to answer the call of faith, joy, and gratitude. Consistency is the cornerstone of effective manifestation, and Florence Scovel Shinn repeatedly emphasized that repeated, focused, and unwavering affirmation strengthens the connection between your desires and the universal law. The spoken word, while powerful on its own, gains immense force when it is reinforced through regular practice. It is not enough to declare a command once and then allow doubt or distraction to take over. The mind must be trained to hold the vision steadily, returning to the affirmation day after day, morning and night, until it becomes a part of your consciousness. This repetition imprints the subconscious mind, which is the fertile soil where manifestation takes root. The subconscious responds not to hesitation or casual thought, but to certainty and persistence. By consistently affirming your desires, you build a magnetic field that draws opportunities, ideas, and resources toward you naturally, without forcing or striving. Consistency also establishes a rhythm, a mental and spiritual habit that aligns your inner world with the invisible currents of abundance. When you speak the same command repeatedly, you are reinforcing belief and expectation, ensuring that doubt has little room to interfere. This practice does not mean mindless repetition. Rather, it is a focused, heartfelt engagement with your affirmation, accompanied by visualization, emotion, and faith. Each repetition strengthens the mental blueprint of what you wish to manifest, signaling to the infinite intelligence that you are serious, ready, and receptive. Over time, this consistent practice trains your mind to expect and accept abundance as natural, making it easier to recognize opportunities that align with your desire. In addition, consistency builds resilience against negative influences, both external and internal. Life may present challenges or distractions, but by returning consistently to your affirmation, you maintain a steady connection to the law of supply, preventing temporary obstacles from derailing your manifestation. The repeated declaration also cultivates a sense of certainty within yourself. As your mind becomes accustomed to the rhythm of affirmation, faith grows naturally, reducing the sway of fear, worry, or impatience. You begin to understand that the law operates beyond your perception of time and circumstance, and that persistence in alignment guarantees results. Moreover, consistency encourages action inspired by intuition. When the mind and subconscious are fully aligned with your affirmation, you are more likely to notice opportunities and take steps that may have seemed improbable or overlooked before. Each action, inspired by faith and reinforced by repetition, becomes part of the unfolding of your desire. The principle of consistency demonstrates that manifestation is not a single event but a process, a disciplined practice that involves repeated alignment of words, thought, and emotion with the reality you wish to create. By embracing this principle, you empower yourself to maintain focus, strengthen belief, and sustain the magnetic field of prosperity, ensuring that the spoken word does not merely remain a wish, but becomes a living, dynamic command that the universe is compelled to respond to, bringing your desires into tangible expression in perfect timing and form. Abundance is not something to be earned, begged for, or negotiated. It is a divine right that belongs to every individual. Florence Scovel Shinn emphasized that prosperity is a natural inheritance, flowing from the infinite intelligence that governs all life, and recognizing this truth is essential for successful manifestation. When you speak a command for wealth, it is not a plea for favor, but a declaration of your birthright, an acknowledgement that the supply of the universe is limitless and ever ready to serve you. Many people struggle with financial limitations because they view money as scarce, difficult to obtain, or contingent upon external circumstances. This scarcity mindset blocks the natural flow, creating resistance where there should be ease. By embracing the understanding that abundance is your divine inheritance, you release the need to struggle or control, and you align yourself with the effortless flow of life. The words you speak, when coupled with this awareness, become a powerful affirmation of entitlement tempered with faith. Saying, "I am now receiving great sums of money for the highest good of all concerned," is not a request. It is a recognition that the law of supply is already at work and that your role is simply to open yourself to receive. This perspective transforms the entire experience of manifesting wealth. You no longer operate from desperation, anxiety, or fear. Instead, your consciousness is rooted in confidence, joy, and expectation. Wealth is seen as a servant of your intentions, a tool to express your purpose and contribute to the greater good. By viewing abundance as your rightful inheritance, you also cultivate a sense of detachment from the form it will take, understanding that the universe will deliver it in the most appropriate manner. This approach reduces resistance and accelerates manifestation, because it removes the doubts, negotiations, and limitations that arise when you feel unworthy or uncertain. Furthermore, recognizing abundance as a divine right encourages generosity and alignment with ethical principles. You are not hoarding, manipulating, or competing. You are claiming what is naturally yours while remaining in harmony with the greater good. This mindset attracts not only material wealth, but also the circumstances, people, and opportunities that facilitate lasting prosperity. The subconscious mind, which responds faithfully to your conscious beliefs, begins to accept abundance as a normal and expected part of life, reinforcing the magnetic attraction of your spoken commands. As you consistently affirm your right to prosperity, the law of supply responds naturally, bringing opportunities and resources into your life without struggle or delay. Understanding wealth as a birthright also fosters a sense of peace and confidence, allowing you to act from inspiration rather than desperation, to recognize opportunities when they appear, and to make decisions that enhance rather than obstruct the flow of abundance. This principle transforms the entire relationship with money, shifting it from one of lack and striving to one of trust, alignment, and effortless reception. By internalizing this truth, you empower yourself to manifest riches with ease, joy, and certainty, acknowledging that the infinite intelligence is always ready to serve those who claim their divine inheritance with faith and gratitude.